Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Iza Farhana binti Abdul Hamid and I'm from class IM2463A.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatin Izzati binti Sarozi and my student ID is 2021110415.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi, my name is Nurul Atira Syahidah binti Rizwan from JIM 2463A.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Aida Nabilah binti Muhammad Nasir from IM2463A.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Hadira Najla binti Romli. I'm from JIM 2463A.
Hi, my name is Anis Nuriman binti Muhammad Yusof.
So for this proposal, we choose a library at a secondary school which is at SAM Hulu Langat. This school is located at Hulu Langat, Selangor, and our clients want to digitize their collection and also some of their records, and they also want to upgrade some of their system and technology, so to make sure that their student can use their collection easily and the technology in their library. So we had analysis what our client needs, and we try to figure out what system specification that suitable for this library. We do some research to see what a suitable system specification for their library, and finally we came out with a text specific system specification that they need in their library. So in this proposal, we will state the details of our analysis and our suggestion on the system specification for our client libraries. We also stated the price for each system specification that we will use in their library, and there also a floor plan of this library in this proposal. So for the conclusion, based on our proposal, we choose the best system specification for our client to make sure they can use the system very well. We'll also make sure that the system specification that we suggest in this proposal is updated and have many advantage that can be used by the client and also people in the library. We also choose the specific system to make sure that the client know how to use it. And for the range of the price, we make sure that the system specification that we use are more affordable and within our client budget. In our proposal, we think that we have fulfilled our client needs, and we will help as much as we can to make sure the client are satisfied with our suggestion in this proposal.
So today I would like to present about computer specification, which are motherboard and computer cases. A motherboard is a single platform to connect all the parts of computer together. It connects the CPU, hard drive, optical drive, sound card, video card, and other port, and also expansion slot directly or via cable. It can be considered as the backbone of a computer. The motherboard glues all the components of a computer system together via its various slots, connectors and ports. So we suggest to use Prime B365MC, which is a micro ATX motherboard which share almost the same specification as the ATX motherboard. Not the only difference between them is the size and availability of PCI slots. It also supports 4 RAM slots, which is more than enough to fulfill of the memory needs. It the most appealing and highlighting factor of this motherboard is more cheaper than others. And also the most used and demand by consumer, and it capable of fitting in almost every case due to its convenient size. The smaller size somehow reduce the onboard features, but it can give you more space for customization. Okay, next is computer cases, which is a visible part of computer and also called as PC tower or computer tower. Its function is to serve as a protective structure for the rest of the internal components where they will be assembled. There are many different types of cases. The main features of each is form and size factor. This is due to the motherboard, whose form factor must be compatible with that of the tower to fit perfectly. Then, the cooling system is one of the main components of any PC cases. There should be enough space inside for air circulation and large radiators that a powerful PC needs. It must be understood that a PC case is an essential component for protecting the internal equipment from external influence. So we suggest to use Asus Pro's D642MF because it delivers performance, security and reliability. Its cutting-edge processor, memory and storage allow efficient, seamless multitasking, and it's engineered to be tough and secure for any purpose. It's military-grade durability standard and featured advanced security solution. With comprehensive expansion slot, Asus Pro D642MF can be easily configured to meet the current and future needs. Other than that, a full array of input and output ports ensure Asus Pro D642MF is ready to connect to a wide range of business peripherals. For serial and parallel port, both are optional, freeing up the multiple PCI Express slot for additional upgrades.
Okay, firstly is processor. The processor that we use is Intel Core i7-11700K. The Intel Core i7-11700K is the 8-core 16-thread desktop CPU that the Core i9-11900K should have been. The AMD Ryzen 7 5800X mostly beat it in a flat-out performance, but the Core i7-11700K reasonable competitive pricing keep the context from being a runaway. Clear of many of the BIOS problem we ran into while testing the Core i9-11900K at the launch. The Core i7-11700K showed that with a bit of platform maturity and some more aggressive pricing, Intel not out of the desktop processor race just yet. The Core i7-11700K used the same 8-core 16-thread silicon as the i9-11900K, but there are a few key differences. The 11700K has a lower binding that results in lower peak clock frequency of 5.0 GHz, a 300 MHz reduction compared to the 11900K. The price of processor is 1,819 ringgit. Okay, next is system memory. We use Corsair Verganis LED. Corsair is the one of the most trusted name when it comes to the best RAM on the market. Verganis series basically has something for everyone with its LED DDR4 offerings. On the top of giving PC builders that extra touch of vibrant lighting, this RAM has robust heat spreaders that maximize cooling for the higher overclocking and maximum performance. Corsair's Verganis LED DDR4 series also feature CL60 latency and whopping 3,466 MHz speed. So it is as fast and responsive as it aesthetics. Okay, the price for the system memory is 640 ringgit. Okay, next is the graphic card. The graphic card that we use is the GeForce GTX 1650 Super. The GeForce GTX 1650 Super is up to 15% faster than the original GTX 1650 and up to 2 times faster than the previous generation GTX 1050. powered by the award-winning NVIDIA Turing architecture and ultra-fast GDDR6 memory, featuring concurrent execution of floating point and integral operation, adaptive shading technology, and a new unified memory architecture with twice the capacity of its predecessor. Turing shaders enable awesome performance increase on today. Get 1.x power efficiency over previous generation for a faster and cooler. Okay, for the price for the graphic card is 656 and 35 cent ringgit. Next is hard disk. The hard disk that we use is WD Blue HDD. WD Blue is a decent performance hard disk which can be successfully used both as a secondary drive and as a budget solution for a system drive. SATA 3 connectivity, the rationally speed of 7 to 100 RPM and 64 MB of cache are its specification, and they won't impress everyone. Its key advantage is a combination of a different aspect that include its price, good reliability, variety of capacity, and models. Designed for use as primary drive in notebooks and external enclosures, this drive handles stuff that require a lot of storage is in a snap, including high-resolution photo, 4K video, music collection, cutting-edge games, and other important files. Okay, next is DVD room. DVD room that we use is LG USB 2.0 Ultra Slim Portable DVD Writer Drive. Digital Versatile Disk Read-Only Memory DVD room is a read-only digital versatile disk DVD commonly used for storing large software application. It is similar to a compact disk read-only memory CD-ROM. But has a large capacity. A DVD-ROM permanently store a data file which cannot be changed, writing over, or erased. We suggest LG USB 2.0 Ultra Slim Portable DVD Writer Drive because it's the one of the best value external drive. Plug and play, simple to set up and use, and also reliable name brand. The size is external drive. For users is to read and write CDs, DVDs. For connection is USB 2.0. Okay, the price for the DVD-ROM is 83 ringgit.
Next, for the software. Software is divided into two categories, which is system software and application software. So now I will explain what software that we use. So for system software, operating software, we use Microsoft Windows. So we will install the latest version, which is Windows 10. Windows also provide many interesting features that can be used by the user. For example, Microsoft Digital Assistant, which is Cortana, that can act as personal assistant that operates via voice command to help with the tasks such as scheduling and reading, or even summarize your email. The layout of the system also minimalist and exclusive and suitable with the use of students and staff in the library school. Next, for the device driver. The purpose of device driver is to run and control a computer-attached device, provide a connection between the operating system or application and the device, instruct the operating system on how to interact with the hardware device, and translate requests between a computer and a device. So the device driver that we use is a BIOS driver, motherboard driver, ROM driver, and since we use the printer and scanning methods to digitalize the document, we will install in printer and scanner device, display driver, USB driver, sound card driver, and also VGA driver. For firmware, we will use BIOS, so unauthorized people will unable to change any information inside the program. For the utility, we will install McAfee antivirus software. Next, for the application software, for word processor. So the word processor that we will use is Microsoft Word, widely used by many people. The document from the library will be digitalized through scanning methods and save or record using the Microsoft Word. And then for database software, we use Microsoft Access. We will use the software for the activity of analytic database software, data warehouse database software, distribute database software, and user database software, external database software, and operating database software. For the multimedia software, if there are any photo editing required, we will use Adobe Photoshop to edit the photo. We will use VLC Media Player in order to play the audio, video and any multimedia format of document. Also, Windows Media Player, which also to play and save the video. If the activity during digitalization process requires a video editing, we will use this software to edit the video. And then next, for the web browser, we will install Google Chrome because it is widely used by many people around the world as web browser due to its function and recognition. Due to its common use by most people, we will use this web browser because we assume most of users already mastered in using the Google Chrome. And then for the conferencing, due to the current situation, any meeting that need to be handled must be handling through online-based site. Therefore, we will installing Zoom as conference software if there will be any meeting regarding the activity of digitalization of library document. Besides, Google Meet is one of most common conferencing software that widely used by public as well. Therefore, it is suitable if we installing the software in the desktop too. And then for the email, we will use Gmail. Any information that sent or received through email format will be using Gmail as an email software. We believe everyone in Malaysia using Gmail as email software. Therefore, it is suitable software to be installed in the desktop. And then for the PDF tools, we will use Adobe Acrobat Reader DC. Any document that been digitalized using PDF will have their file in the PDF format. By installing this software, we could also read the PDF file that sent by other parties of the organization. This software is one of the common software that are required in any organization. So if we only have Microsoft Word, we will unable to read the file from PDF format. Therefore, we will installing this software as well. And then the audio, some of the document may come with the audio format. Therefore, we will installing Audacity. We will use Audacity to transform the document format into audio format if required. And then for backup software, for backup, we use Microsoft OneDrive. OneDrive is a default file and document storage facility in Windows 10. This means that unless you choose to store new document or files to different location on your PC, new document or files are automatically saved saved to OneDrive. And then for clean and maintenance utilities, CCleaner is simple, efficient software for Microsoft Windows PC that cleans away the junk that build up over time, such as temporary file, broken shortcut, or other issue. CCleaner safeguard your personal information as well. And then for Office Suite, we will install Microsoft Office. We will use the latest information, which is Microsoft Office 365. And then Microsoft Office make it easy to do fundamental Office course and boost productivity. Each program is tailored to a certain way at certain activity, such as word processing, data management, and presentation creation, and email management. And then for spreadsheet application, for spreadsheet, we install Microsoft Excel because it is commonly used for data organization and financial analysis. If there are any document that required to use any calculation and table, Microsoft Excel are suitable for that. So we will install Microsoft Excel for spreadsheet application.
And I will present the input device and output device that are used in our project. Let's look at the input device. We have 4 input device. The first one is mouse, second is keyboard, third is barcode scanner, and the last one is scanner. Okay, first is mouse. The brand of this mouse is Logitech MT30 Silent Plus Wireless Mouse. A computer mouse is a handheld hardware input device that move and select text icons, files, and folder on the computer by controlling a pointer in a GUI or graphical user interface. This mouse have manufactured by Logitech International SA company in 2016. The reason why I recommend this mouse is because this mouse has the typical click feel, but with a noise reduction of almost 90%, and it is suitable in a quiet place, especially in library. Okay, next is keyboard. A keyboard is also known as the board of key. The keyboard, along with the mouse, is one of the most common computer input device. Logitech K120 keyboard is a design and manufactured by Logitech International SA. We recommend this keyboard because this keyboard is have the element of reliable simplicity, easy and straightforward in order to complete the task, especially for the librarian to collect the data of the material in the library and record the data in the computer. Okay, next is barcode scanner. The brand of this barcode scanner is AYOYO 2D omnidirectional desktop barcode scanner. A barcode scanner or barcode reader is known as a portable or fixed input device that capture and read data from barcodes. And we recommend this barcode scanner because it can be used in order to scanning the barcode of the book in the library, so it can be directly recorded the information of the books to the PC, and it also can scanning the student ID. Okay, next is scanner. The brand of the scanner is Workforce ES50 portable document scanner. A scanner is an electrical device that captures image from physical object and convert them to the digital format that may then be saved on a computer and viewed or modified using software application. Workforce ES50 portable document scanner is the fastest and lightest mobile single sheet page document scanner. It can scanning a single page in as fast as 5.5 seconds. So next we move to the output device. In our project, we have used 6 output devices, including projector screen, printer, headphone, monitor, speaker, and projector. Okay, now let's look at the first output device, which is printer. The brand of this printer is Sharp BP20C20A3 Color Digital Multifunction Printer. A printer is a device that accepts text and graphic output from a computer and convert it to paper, usually in standard size sheet, for example A4 and A3. BP20C20A3 Color Digital Multifunction Printer is a multifunction printer that have many functions in one printer, which include print, copy, and fax. This printer was manufactured by Sharp Corporation in 2020. The special about this printer is really stylish, and it is used the modern design with a touch screen pad on it, and it also can link with the mobile device. The next is monitor. The brand of this monitor is Asus VL249HE monitor. A monitor is known as a type of electrical visual computer display that consists of a screen, circuitry, and the housing that houses the equipment. Okay, this monitor have been manufactured by Asus Tech Computer Inc. in 2019. The specialty of this monitor, it have the TUV Renland certified Asus blue light filter, which is the function of this blue light filter is to protect users from harmful blue light on the screen. Okay, this monitor was highly recommended by us because this monitor can protect users' eyes and reduce the blue light on the monitor screen so that they can do their work without stressing their eyes and without hurt their eyes. Okay, the next one is projector. The brand of this projector is Epson EBX41 XGA 3LCD projector. A projector is known as a device that reproduces images generated by a computer or Blu-ray player by projecting them onto a screen, wall, or on the surface, especially on the white wall. This projector was manufactured by Seiko Epson Corporation. The use of this projector for the library is they can use this projector for the purpose of education in the library. For example, English teacher want to show an English movie for her student, so she can use the projector and projection screen to show the movie in the library for her student. Okay, the fourth one is projector screen. The brand of this projector screen is Liberty Veja projection screen. A projection screen is a flat surface on which an optical projector's pictures is projected, suitable for screening in small rooms such as house, in order to watch a movie, or at the library for education purpose or entertainment purpose. Okay, next is headphone. The brand of this headphone is Sony MDR ZX110NC headphone. Headphones are a type of small speaker worn in or around the ears. One of the advantages of headphone is it is comfortable, and a user, especially young users, really like to use the headphone when they hear a song or they watch a movie on the computer. So the Sony MDR ZX110NC headphone has been manufactured by Sony Corporation and have been released in 2017. And this headphone is highly recommended because this is the lightweight headphones and reduce the ambient noise by 95%. So all users will hear is the music and they will not hear the noise outside the headphone. Next is speaker. The brand of this speaker is Banggood A100 speaker. A speaker is known as a popular type of output device for computers. They take audio input from the computer sounds card and output sound wave as audio output. Speakers can use for projector and TV. Having a clear pictures on your projector sounds excellent, but the sound is equally important with the picture or video. This speaker is highly recommended by us.
For the Sam Hulu Langat Library, we choose to use the local area network LAN and internet access to facilitate the sharing of resources and access to global information. This LAN infrastructure and internet access can accommodate the need to access information provided in a form of bibliography, multimedia, and digital. By applying LAN to the school library computer, automation process such as the installation of library material and circulation can be more effective because all process can be done using more than one computer. LAN is a local area network or computer network in a certain area that is several computers that are connected to each other either via cable or wireless, with the purpose of interconnecting resources, both file sharing, printer, or internet connection. Because the area of the school library does not exceed 1000 meters for communication, LAN is very suitable for small areas such as the school library. LAN transmission speeds are usually around 10 until 100 megabytes per second, and the error factor is small. We use a bus topology, or also known as a linear bus. A bus topology is widely used and it consists of a single cable known as a segment or backbone, which connects all the computers in the network into one line. By using a T-connector, the computer or other network device can be connected easily. This bus topology is ideal for small networks that do not require high speed and is more effective because it uses only one cable. Moreover, the damage will be more easily detected as only one computer can send signals or data within a period of time. This topology is easy to implement and requires a cost that is not too expensive compared to other types. This is the floor plan of Sam Hulu Langat Library. In this library, there are 3 rooms, namely the head of library room, projector room, and collection room. In the head of library room, there is a computer and a server that is responsible for managing network traffic and becomes a database storage center in the form of files, documents, photos, video, audio to applications which can be accessed by any computers in the library. The library also offers a projector room that can be used by teachers and students. This room is equipped with a projector and a speaker. Can also be seen this library also have a reception area, OPEC and computer area, reading area, and bookshelf area. In the reception area, equipped with 2 computers for librarians to manage data and library processes. For OPEC and computer area, there are 3 computers provided for use by users. There is also a scanner and a printer. Every computer in this library is connected to a keyboard and mouse.
Okay, next I will tell you about our pricing consideration in this proposal. First of all, our motherboard we choose Prime and it costs RM499.80. For our computer cases, we choose Asus Pro and it costs RM392.40. For our processor, it costs RM1,890. For our system memory, it costs RM614. For our graphic card, it costs RM656.35. For our hard disk, it costs RM192.40. For the DVD room, it costs RM83. For the mouse, it costs RM150 per unit. For the keyboard, it costs RM865.10 per unit. And the barcode scanner, it costs RM140. For the scanner, it costs RM119.99. For the printer, it costs RM6,875. For the monitor, it costs RM4,134. For the projector, it costs RM1,799. For the projector screen, it costs RM150. For the headphone, it costs RM253. For the speaker, it costs RM248.10. For the coaxial cable, we take 137 meter and it costs RM1,142.50. For our bus topology terminator, it costs RM232.72. For the system software, it costs RM1,000. For the Windows 10, it costs RM64.54. For the driver, it costs RM300. For the antivirus per year, it costs RM174.50. For the Microsoft Office 2019, it costs RM1,049. For the multimedia software, it costs RM1,980. For the PDF tools, it costs RM840 per year. And for the cleanup and maintenance utilities, it costs RM510. So the total for our pricing consideration is RM26,385.40. So for the conclusion is, it is important whenever anyone want to purchase a software and hardware for their computer, they should first make sure their computer supports the system specification. The system specification are important to the computer if they want to use the software and hardware. Most of the software and hardware had their own systems requirements that printed on the side or bottom of the product packaging. So when someone is looking for the computer software and hardware, they must find exactly what is their computer system specification. So based on our proposal, we choose the best system specification for our client to make sure they can use the system very well. We also make sure that the system specification that we suggest in this proposal is updated and have many advantages that the client can use. We also choose a specific system to make sure that the client know how to use it And for the range of the price, we make sure that the system specification that we choose are more affordable and within our client budget. In our proposal, we think that we have fulfilled our client needs, and we will help as much as we can to make sure that the client are satisfied with our suggestion in this proposal.